Hello and welcome back, you guys. Sorry, I have been MIA all week. Um, well, technically not because Monday I was over on Twitter Spaces and Tuesday I was over on Harper's panel. So I have been around, just it's been a hectic week. Um, and so I figured it was time. So we have no agenda, nothing of any particular topic. Just felt like I needed to check in. Um, and I wanted to just have a chill, laid back, funny Thursday. Um, because I have not been live all week. Um, Boo, boo, princess, boo. So guys, hit the like, you know, all that good stuff. I am working really, really hard on some information that is going to be coming out. Um, there's a lot going on behind the scenes um, that I've been working on for a while. I'm learning new things and new programs and stuff, and y'all know that things like that take me a little bit longer than most people. And so I promise it's all good things. And I didn't do much of a description in here because I have nothing to really put as a description. I have my funnies for the week, like my funny pop culture stories. You guys know that we do that on Thursdays. And so we are going to um kind of just like start at the beginning, like how I always kind of give the brief summaries of the cases that are going on. Um Again, Murdaugh trial is still going on. It is still hot and heavy in that courtroom. Um the testimonies yesterday definitely did not look good on Mr. Alec Murdaugh, Murdaugh, whatever. It did not look good on Alex. Um, let's see what else. In Madalena's case, things are still quiet, um, but I feel like they are moving along. Um, and I think that the good thing is that things are moving along. Um, I don't believe that they're leaving any stone un you know, unturned. I feel like they have been doing a very, very, very thorough investigation. I feel like they have been smart in their moves with the Madalena Kojokari case. I feel like, keeping things sealed and close to their vest because some people are just ruthless. Some people are just ruthless. And some people just will make up anything and just go with it. So I don't blame Cornelius for being as quiet as they are, especially with the town being as small as it is, you guys. It's tiny. It's adorable. Um, and then let's see what's going on. Um, Leilani will be in court on February 13th for the final answer on whether the judge is going to allow the DSS papers to be released to Leilani's attorney. And let's see what else. If you missed last week's interview with Jennifer Coffindaffer, you guys need to go watch that. She gave us a lot of insight into the investigation of, what would be happening as far as the investigation goes into Madalena. Monday night, we were on Twitter Spaces. If you missed that, you can still watch it. It was a very good, um, I don't know what you call that. I've never done Twitter Spaces, but to me, it was cool and a fun experience. And, I would totally do it again. Um, let's see what other cases. The Lacey, I mean, yeah, it's, that is a tongue twister. Hold on. Yeah, Lindsay. Lindsay Clancy. Hey, Ellie. Lindsay Clancy. There's still no word on that. We just know that she's being charged with the murders of all three of her children. Um, we do not know what her, she allegedly took the lives of her three kids and then tried to take her own by jumping out of a window. And she was taken to the hospital there in Massachusetts. And, we haven't heard of what her condition is now. So we're just kind of waiting. Saturday, you guys, is sweet little Summer Wells's birthday. She turns 7 this Saturday. Um, and we are almost at the 20-month mark of her missing. So, um, it's very, very sad. There was a shooting today in Memphis. Um, one did not survive, and the officer was, last I heard, not doing well. Um, so his condition wasn't well. So I haven't heard the update on that yet. Um, and you guys know that we had the Tyree Nichols thing happen last week, and that was heartbreaking, you guys. I never watched the video. I just could not bring myself to watch it. So I did not. Kill shot, or we call him kill shot, but missing people with confusing stories, has been covering two cases, um, Baby Angel and Jaliek Rainwater. And they were not cases that I was familiar with. Jaliek's case totally, totally sucked me in. And so I was there like every night listening to that because that case has just absorbed me. And so I plan on kind of like taking the weekend easy and kind of doing some more research into that, trying to see if we get a FOIA request. And then I may have Killshot come up one night and bring that over here to this side of and to my audience so you guys can find out all about that, and then you can join him as he gets updates, which isn't a whole lot. It is definitely a cold case, and it does involve some government questions there. Ellie, which case has you torn, darling? Hold on, you guys. Sorry, she didn't know that I was live, and she was giving me an update. The moms, Ellie, in my personal opinion, I'm torn on that case as well, which is why I have not really covered it, um, because I feel like there's more that I need to know. I just find, $1 million GoFundMe strange. Um, and especially with that within 2 days being at $900,000, and then him publicly begging for his wife's forgiveness. I could see that years from now after he has, like, gone through his grieving process, but to me, it just, a couple of days afterwards just is I'm just not having that feeling. I was just talking about you, Killshot, and about your cases that you've been covering, and, um and how I'm gonna have you on one night to help me go through them. Hello, Melmac. So that is why I haven't done a video on that case yet. Um, let's see. So I think that's about all of the serious stuff that I have for tonight. So now, hey Jay Warren, haven't seen you in a while. Um, are y'all ready for like the pop culture stuff of this week? Um, oh, and you guys, there is we at 8 tonight. We are going to be going to a different side of the YouTube street. Hey, Juju Buns. We're gonna go over and support Juju. Help me explain. Like, I don't know how to like. It's a different audience than what we normally have. Hey, Gersuma. It's a different audience than what we normally have. Um, and the channel is called Tattooed Rebel. So at 8, Harper's gonna I mean, Sluggy's going to be on there and, putting word out to a new audience about Madalena's case. Because you guys, we are at a spot where all we have now is putting her name, her face, her story out. That's all we can do at this point now. Um, and continue to be careful of what we say and what we do and how we put things out in this case. Um, um, they do true crime, Ellie. They do true crime, but yeah, it's kind of like down to earth and um to me, he reminds me like of the older gentlemen that are um like very patriotic. Yeah, he goes on Dolly's panel a lot too. But very patriotic and very, you know how the older motorcycle men are just so caring, like they just have a heart for the children and you know they support our military and they support our blue lives and you know that is the type of person that I the best I can explain it. We just found him recently. I'm gonna grab that link, you guys. Um, we just found him recently, and you know, it's a smaller channel like me. You know, we have to support the small channels um, because they won't stay small forever. I'm gonna grab that link for you guys. Um, and you guys know how I feel like everybody is not. There's the link. There's the link. If it doesn't work, then one of my mods can copy it and post it. Yes, yes, Toys for Tots run. Yeah, so that's the atmosphere that you have over there. Very humble type people. Um, so that's after we finish this live. We're gonna go over there and support that group and help spread the word on Madalena. Because now we're at that point where we have to keep it pushed out there. We have to keep it in the public eye. We have to keep tagging Cornelius Police Department, the Charlotte FBI, continue to tag anyone that we can, you know, news channels wise. Thank you, Mel Mac. And then, so we're just going to continue to do what we're doing. We're going to continue to share. Um, I will be going back to Cornelius this weekend um, to help with a little bit of a favor that I have been asked to do. Um, and that favor was to help rehome one of Madalena's kittens. Um, and this has been a hard task for me, and it has weighed very heavily on my heart all week. Um, so I will be going to Cornelius to help rehome one of Madalena's kittens. Um, and that was not an easy. Melmac, I would love. I can meet you after. Um, after I can meet you, or I can meet you before, but I have to do this disclosed. Um, now, anyone local that and it has been asked that it is local, that wants to and is going to take care and love this kitten. Um, thank you, Ellie. Um, we're looking for someone local that will take good care of it and love it and give it, lots of love. And the rest of the kittens have been rehomed and in homes where they will be given back if Madalena comes home. Um, so, and y'all know it's tearing my heart up. Melmac, if you want to find me, if you want to email me, we can talk about it. I have pictures of the other kittens. Um, I am not, and my husband is not, cat people, but we were going to take it if we didn't find someone else. Because he knows that this case is too close to my heart, and he knows that I'm not going to be able to say no. So he gave me rules. But I was like, I'll keep looking until we have to go pick it up. So enough with the sad, soppy stuff. Let's get down to some funny things because y'all, I need some laughter. I need some laughter. So, and some of this is not funny. Some of it is, kind of in between. Um, but one funny thing that I'm going to save the funniest thing for last. You guys do not want to miss the funniest thing that happened this week because it is just definitely not something that you hear every day. Oh, one more thing that I forgot to say about the true crime thing, the cases. There's the whole issue with the Idaho 4. Oh, Mel, well, then this kitten will definitely be taken very well care of then, wouldn't it? Um, I did forget, Ellie. I just never had it. There's only been like 2 cats in my whole entire life that have um I've been attached to, but they weren't mine. Like they didn't live in my house. One was my sister's, hey Megan, and one was one of my best friends. So, um, other than that, I don't have cats. Um, I think it's the litter box thing for me that just I, yeah, I don't think I can do the litter box thing. Um, so back to the Idaho 4, we have that whole conflict of interest where um Brian Koberger's attorney has also been the attorney of one of the victims' moms. Unfortunately, that mom is back in custody. She was arrested for trespassing. So, you guys, I'm sorry. My heart for that woman. Um, After watching her interview, she has an addiction problem. She needs help, and her attorney, she had given Brian Koberger's attorney, her power of attorney, and she was supposed to get her to rehab, and that's not going to happen now. So, um, prayers up, something that I'm working on does come through with that situation. Okay, you guys, so pray for that situation. So now on to our funnies. Um, well, this one's not funny, but in case you didn't know, you guys, Beyonce is making another. It's okay, Weezy. It's okay. Beyonce is making her rounds against the around the world again. Um, she announced her new tour. She's doing a Renaissance World Tour. I don't know how this woman is still doing it at her age, but more power to her. Um, I'm not mad at all. Yes, I won't be attending that concert, but uh, Wheezy, stay in the house. Let the lineman handle that. Um, Trailer for season 3. If you are an Outer Banks fan on Netflix, season three's trailer is out, and there may, according to the trailer, be a new romance blooming. Um, the next funny thing, you guys, we've heard this story. I don't even know how many times now. This man has said he's going to retire, but Tom Brady has stated he is retiring again. I mean, how many times can one man retire? Um, all right. This one is just something that doesn't happen every day. And it's comical, but not comical. This is that horrible sense of humor in me that I just can't help it. But there was a 66-year-old lady in Iowa, in a nursing home, and and she was pronounced dead, taken to the morgue, and in the midst of her body bag being opened, the woman sat up and gasped. So can you imagine? I'm sorry, can you imagine being the mortician that opens up that body bag and there's a real live person? Like, I think I would have died and I would have been the one on the table at that moment because that has to be like their worst nightmare. Like, worst nightmare. um, what else? Let's see. There's a little boy who now this is funny, and this is a prime example of why your kids should not have access to your telephones or your accounts. Um, a little boy ordered over $1,000 worth of Grubhub from his dad's phone this week. Bless his heart, he was just trying to make sure that the family had plenty of food for a month or two. But I'm sure dad's credit card didn't feel so good. Um, yeah, I don't think I would have survived opening up the body bag and the woman being alive. Um, and I definitely would not have survived if my child charged $1,000 worth of Grubhub to my account. Um, Ellen DeGeneres, she renewed her vows this week. If you're not an Ellen DeGeneres fan, I'm sorry. You gotta love the woman. She has humor when there's no humor to give. I'm sorry. I just think she's hilarious. Um, Someone dyed a pigeon pink in New York City. and left it in the streets. So, I'm sure that there was quite a few chuckles as they watched this little pink pigeon walk in the streets in New York City. However, the animal activists are having a fit, and I don't know why. I don't know why, but the animal activists are having a fit because um the toxic fumes around the bird, all that good stuff. So I feel sorry for the pigeon. Um, but I can imagine that those people were having lots of laugh, and I'm sure there's lots of TikToks and Instagrams and all of that good stuff about this pink pigeon. All right. Some of the not funny stuff. Some of the not funny stuff is in Miami. I mean, a news article out of Miami. A 30-year-old Homestead, Florida teacher was charged with having adult recreational activities with a 12-year-old that is now 13. The 13-year-old said it was romantic, that was her boyfriend. So he is being charged with 4 counts of using his authority to, do that. Yeah. Um, and then in New Hampshire, the New Hampshire councilwoman, a New Hampshire councilwoman was found shot to death near her home. I'm gonna look more into that. Like, I need more on that story, so we will talk more about that when I have really sat down and looked into it. Um, make sure if that's all I have. Okay. And then the Philadelphia Eagles offensive lineman Josh Seals was indicted just days before the Super Bowl, you guys. Sorry. If you're a Josh Seals fan, he will not be in attendance at the Super Bowl this year because he's indicted on rape and kidnapping charges. So that's one lineman that won't be there. Thank you, One Eyed. And then, hey, look, last week it was North Carolina. North Carolina was doing some crazy, crazy stuff. And I said, I need North Carolina to sit down and act like they got some sense. So if it migrated to Florida, I can't help that. But I think that what I'm about to tell y'all may just take the cake on all of that. Okay. You guys, I've never in my life, one, there's 2 stories that I'm about to tell y'all. And then I'm going to give you guys the floor to tell me of any funny pop culture stories that I missed this week. Um, so on Instagram, the the famous Mary Magdalene with the 38J implants. If you don't know who I'm talking about, go look her up. You're gonna know exactly who it is when I talk when you see her. Um, her 38J implants ruptured. They are no longer 38Js. Um, and then the best story that I've heard all week, and definitely something that you don't hear every day. Actually, I've not heard of this in a very, very long time. A man's body part that only a man can have was found in Atlanta at a gas station. Yep. Somebody lost their winky at a gas station. I don't know if they may have met Lorena Bobbitt's sister or what, but yeah. Um, yeah. His Adam's apple was found at a gas station in Atlanta. So that's all the funnies that I have for this week. Um, I don't know how you lose it. Um, do a DNA on what? On the Winky? Juju, you lying. Please tell me that is not true. Oh Lord. Now I'm gonna feel bad. Wait. So how did if he was a victim of a motorcycle crash, how did that still detach? I don't know. Juju's trying to explain it to us, but I'm just not I'm not picturing it, you guys. I'm not picturing it. Um, so you guys, any funny stories that y'all heard that I missed? I don't sorry. Um, so I sent the article to them last night. I seen it on Twitter and I sent it to them, but I didn't read the article because I was already like tired. But I just seen the headline and I was like, okay, this is something you don't see every day. But I feel bad. Yeah, I'll read it later. It's still funny. Like it's not something that we hear happening. Can you imagine? Did somebody like walk out and just see it? Like, please let it have not been a little kid. Um, so that's all I have, you guys. It's definitely one in a million chances. A gas station worker found it. Well, at least it wasn't a kid. Because I could see Kella now. Mama, I know what that is. I've seen it in that health book that I have. She uses my medical terminology my anatomy and physiology book. She reads it all the time. And so she doesn't get to read those pages. But I could see her saying that. Oh, that's in my book. Um, well, I mean, there's not many things that look like that. Hopefully they like went and got something and covered it up when and then called law enforcement so that other people weren't seeing it. Um, so you guys, there's always some drama going on YouTube streets, but Bullhorn is Bullhorn and Molly Golightly, um, White Boy Radio decided today that he was going to go stop the Karens. I was watching that before I went live. I have to finish watching it. Apparently they was trying to get somebody else fired again. So he was going to go save them from getting fired. Um, that's the kind of stuff that I don't think is okay. And both of them should be ashamed. Um, um, what else? What else? What else? Oh, Candace Wells has been in the hospital 4 times with her heart. Um, um, no, he's good now. Kursuma, um, I received a message last night and I told the people beforehand. I told the people beforehand, um, not to go watch the videos that she had made last week on Madalena. And I said, and don't, send the word up the ladder not to go watch those. It's not something that friends and family needs to watch. And they replied back and said, I went and watched Bullshit Betty. And I died. I died. This person had never heard of them, never heard of her, never heard of Betty before. And they already have called her out. So I don't think that that's a case she needs to be following. I don't think that hey KDM, I don't think that's a case that she needs to follow. I think she needs to leave that to the fact checkers. Definitely, she does not need to be coming to that court hearing. Um, you know, I was good with Betty. I was good with her. And I even tried to take her to dinner. I was going to, feed her lunch or dinner, and I guess my channel is too small for her. So there's that. Um, but the sad reality is that things are kicking in. She does do more harm than good. She absolutely did way more harm than good in this case. And I really, really wish that, um, as much as we want, Madalena's story out there, we want that story to be told correctly. Um, Law enforcement can do their job. They have plenty of manpower now because it's not just Cornelius Police Department, it's FBI, it's SBI, um, and Madison County Police Department, or Sheriff's Department. Um, and they're not releasing any information. We are powerful. You're right. Um, so, you know, we're about to, I think there's some big things fixing to come for our small channels. Um, you know, I'm I was hoping that, the shadow ban would, like, start getting better. Um, I'm still underneath that shadow ban, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna come out. Um, and, my videos will start hitting 10,000 views again. Um, Killshot's group is the word's gonna spread on that because he's covering those cold cases, and those cold cases, I'm telling y'all, like, I did not even know about Jaliek's, case at all, and that I'm sorry, when I see that little boy's eyes, like, do you know who I picture him as grown up? And as soon as I say this, you guys are all gonna think about it, but Jackson from Grey's Anatomy. I feel like I'm like, "What?" He looks just like a grown-up Jaliek. Like, that's just what I see when I see that little boy's piercing green eyes, like, um, Dylan Round's case was so messed up, one-eyed, you are correct. There's a lot of cases that got messed up. I mean, you got Cody Bigsby. Um, I'm sorry, with the Quentin Simon's case, that case, those things cannot be taken back. Those things cannot be taken back. Um, and you cannot take and claim it's because of you that, Savannah done what needed to be do because that was not at all the situation. What needed to be done was done because of those law enforcement officers. They are the ones who worked day and night. Um, Quantico worked for what, 12 hours, 13 hours a day, sun up to sundown almost, um, combing through that landfill. And I'm sorry, if you can't give credit where credit is due, then eh, I don't have any words for that. Um, Harmony Montgomery's case, that little girl, she wasn't even reported for 2 years. Um, and, her father was recently charged with her murder, and they found the evidence that, said, "Hey, yeah, let's look at the boy in the box. How many years was that?" When they finally found, you know, who that kid was. Um, so the sad reality of it is that there's always going to be another case. There's always gonna be another kid. There's always gonna be another family that gets torn apart because a child doesn't make it home. Um, and to me, if you're gonna do this, you need to do it with dignity, and you need to do it with grace, and you need to, um, do it with grace and dignity, and remember who the victims are. Remember that that's what you're supposed to be advocating for. You're their voice because they don't have a voice. Um, it doesn't have to be all the drama just to, you can make a noise without having to make noise. You don't need equipment to make noise. Crazy mama, it's okay. I kind of like did this spare of the moment. I haven't been around this week and I really needed to get out of my little funk and get back on here. Um, Tomorrow night, you guys, tomorrow night, um, it'll be a late one, but we're gonna go over to lighting the way for the Juju, are you still here? Because my mind just went blank. You wasn't very late, Wheezy. You was only a few minutes late. I had just got started. Um, Jana, I haven't seen you, girl. It's okay, you guys. Okay, like nobody be upset. Like I literally did not plan this, and I almost just said no. I'm not even gonna go live tonight. But tomorrow night, I've already been obligated to a late night. Did they put ice in that? Because I told them not to. Okay, because I was going to just put ice in my own cup. Um, thank you. Um, it's at 10 o'clock tomorrow night on we call her PJ. I've got to think. It's lighting the way for the vanished. I think I'll have to look, you guys. I'll post it on my community page. And possibly go in live before that, either here or on Sluggies to if we go live on Sluggies, it's gonna be to because I'm gonna interview her. We're gonna help grow her channel, get her back up and running. Oh, and I gotta say thank you to Jana because she has been keeping me updated on the fiasco going on over there on Upchurch's side. They are making my family feel very, very normal right about now.
Yeah, I've been keeping up with that.
Yeah, I wasn't, but Jana started sending it to me yesterday, and I was like, oh, Lord, this stuff is getting deep. Yeah, and he went live in front of it with the papers today. I know. I watched him live today outside of that other house. Nope.
Brick house now. He just found another house.
Well, he knew yesterday there was two.
Yeah, but they just found another one. His lawyers and stuff is on it. They called the cops on it and everything like that.
Jay, if you will type in your channel name, and what time, I'm always interested in that. Some people's a little bit not normal. I know, Weezy, that you have to keep your mouth shut, but he's pulling out the receipts, so I don't know. And he went to the police department, so it's too much of a disaster for me, and it is making me feel like I have a happy, normal family. Oh, thank you, Blind. Blind's on it, Jay. So, you guys, I did go and upgrade my phone today. So everything is not up and running. It says it's going to be 24 hours, and I'm only like 8 hours into that 24 hours. Probably not even 8 hours into it. So if you try to contact me and I don't respond on Facebook or, yeah, on Facebook, it's because I have walked away from my computer and I don't know. Oh, princess. All right. Any other? Oh, and you guys, please keep Dolly. I'm sorry if y'all don't care for him. That's everybody's personal opinions. Doesn't matter what you think of him. A loss in a family is never easy, and the loss of a sibling I have never had to experience, and I cannot even imagine what he's going through. He lost his older brother yesterday, and he did a 5-minute live, and it was pitiful. to hear him say he feels like he's just in a dream. Like you could tell that he had obviously been very emotional because he kept his sunglasses on to where you couldn't see his face. So let's remember him. Um, at least go drop some words of, you know, condolences, whether you support him or not. Because I know that I would want to have that support if it was me. Hey, Princess Megan Elsa. And you guys, if you haven't noticed, he's kind of like he's pulling away from the other stuff, and I can't blame him. I mean, so, you know. All right, you guys, we're gonna go over to Tattooed Rebels and listen to Sluggy on panel, spreading the word on Madalena. We're just trying to get it to whatever channels that will take us on their panel at this point. That's what we're doing. And we're meeting some pretty cool people along the way. Well, there's a couple of things that I don't talk about. One, politics. Two, religion. And three, football. Because y'all people are just as crazy about football. Y'all people are just as crazy about football as y'all are politics and religion. So, The 49er lost? Oh, okay. KDM, taking a moment. All right. KDM, I'm sorry. Ellie, did you not hear my update? Did you miss the update that I gave you on the Philadelphia Eagles? Somebody was a Nazi person on that football team. I'm not pulling for them. She said I don't claim him. It's kind of like us Panthers fans. We quit claiming Cam Newton a while back. Oh my gosh. You guys, I used to be hardcore into NFL. In the last 3 years, I don't know. I can't sit down long enough to watch it. So I get too distracted. All right. So that's all I have for tonight. You guys, if I am going to go live tomorrow, I will schedule it so that we know, or if I'm going to be on someone else's panel, I will let you guys know. Either way, I will be posting a video of some sort tomorrow, and then as well as Saturday. Now, go ahead and tell every single one of y'all, I do not have to get up in the morning. My kids are out of school. I have no kids at home. Do not blow my phone up before 11 a.m. Always, Jay. Always. Okay? We all good? Do not text me, call me, message me. on Facebook, Google, nothing. If you email me, I won't know. But yeah. So we're going to Tattooed Rebels. Come over there and have some fun with us guys. And then is Megan going live later? Let me tell y'all something. My phone stays on vibrate. Only way I'm gonna hear it is if it falls off because it's done vibrated so much. We'll turn it off. I have it set up so that only certain people's phone calls will ring. So my phone stays on vibrate all day long. Because if it didn't, y'all hear my watch over here. Ding, 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 ding. That's what my phone would sound like all day long. Yeah, I did have to wake her up. But I didn't wake her up till like 9:30, like last Saturday. But Cody didn't care what I was saying. So, like, he didn't care what I was saying. And so I was getting mad and trying to cool myself down. So I had to call my life coach. We're going to Tattooed Rebels. Um, if this link doesn't work, you guys, one of the mods grab it and copy it and paste it. I know that time difference just does not help me at all. At all. Oh, what's she done now? Crazy mama. She messed up again. She been quiet lately. Oh. Oh. No. No, no, no. No. All right, you guys, there is something funky coming through my computer right now, so I'm going to end this live because I don't know what is happening. But I love y'all, and I will see y'all on the other side.